He is our church organist. He's been singing and playing music since he was 5 years of age. So tonight, can I present to you our very own and very talented Ron Jester.
Spent 4 wonderful years in the Navy. 2.5 weeks were stationed down in Norfolk, Virginia. My music career started back when I was about 5 years old. Now, I can't remember much about what happened back when I was 5 years old. But the Lord started blessing me early in life. You know, I got off to a rough start. I was born in Wilmington, Delaware, in a poor section of town. In fact, that area is no longer there. With I-95 on my foot. My mother passed away. She died of a brain tumor when I was 18 months old. I'm the youngest of 4 brothers. And the Lord blessed me by placing me in a Christian home down here in the little outside of Harrington, Delaware. And that's where I've been the rest of my life. My mother played piano. Like I say, she started me off at 5 years old. And she made me practice every day. So my mother would leave instructions on what I was supposed to practice. And then it was left up to my grandmother to make sure that I did what I was supposed to do. Now, I could fool my grandmother. She might think I was practicing, but I really wasn't practicing what I was supposed to be practicing. But when my mom come home at night, I had a piano lesson every night, not once a week, every night. She would sit down with me, and we would go through the lesson that she had. And I'll never forget. How many of you ever took piano lessons? Quite a few. And you probably started off in John Thompson's Book 1. Where you use one hand. Well, I got 4 with one hand. I have a very active left hand. I would automatically start throwing in some notes that weren't written. Anyway, my mother would sit down with me at night, and we would go through my lesson. She had me do a lot of these scales. I never understood why do I have to do these scales, you know. Over and over and over. I spent hours doing it. But anyway, she would sit down with me and we'd go through my lesson. Now, you might think this is true. I thought it was true at the time, but I'm glad she did. Now, it's 40 years later. But she would sit there with a ruler. And if I would hit the wrong note, she would hit me across my finger with a ruler. I thought that was so cool. Oh, perfect. But now that I look back, she did it for a reason. But that's when I started. She taught me the first year, and then she found me another teacher. And asked me why I like to practice everything. No, I hated it. Probably most of you that took that lesson, that's the one reason. Hated the practice. Oh, I hated it. Every minute of it. Until I got to be about 8 or 9 years old, I lived on a farm. My dad was pretty old. Soft-hearted. Oh, Ron, I sure could use you to help me milk the cow. Oh, I got to practice my piano lessons. I got to hate the whole ceremony. I got to practice my piano. We're going to do a recital. I got to get my practice in. That worked every time. I got to do a lot of practicing and playing around, and I discovered early in life that I could add some notes to a song. And those of you that have known me for years and know the way I play, I very seldom play a song the way it's written. Now, Gene, our contractor, don't want to hear that, I know. I had the toughest time here with the choir. It's boring for me to have to sit and play note for note. Every note is written. I can't add one extra quarter note or an extra 16th note. Even though I think it should be there. She won't let me do it. She said it throws off the choir. They're listening for their notes. They got to hear their notes and no other notes. Just leave those other notes off. I'm in trouble. I know she's here. So I saw her when she comes in. There she is. But I love her anyway. You know. I let that boy in this ear, right out this ear. Come Sunday morning and she don't even realize she's concentrating on the choir. I'll slip an extra note in now and then. And I don't know if she picks up on that or not. But it's just become habit forming for me. I just cannot sit down and play a song exactly the way it's written. I use the basic melody note, and then I create my own arrangement. Really is what I do. Every song that I play, I arrange it as I play it. So when I play a song tonight, you play that same song next week, might be a little bit different. I mean, you still recognize it, but I'm just doing it. Anyway, when I was 6 years old, I played my first solo in church.
I'm not on an eagle trip. I'm nothing on my own. I make mistakes, I often slip. Just common flesh and bone. When I prove someday just what I say, I'm of the special kind. For when he was on the cross, I was on his mind. For he knew me, yet he loved me. He whose glory makes the heavens shine, so unworthy of such mercy. Yet when he was on the cross, I was on his mind. Oh, the look of love was on his face. Thorns were on his head. Blood was on his sacred robe, stained in crimson red. Though his eyes were on the ground, he looked ahead in time. For when he was on the cross, I was on his mind. For he knew me, yet he loved me. He whose mercy makes the heavens shine, so unworthy of such
What happened to the quartet that I rehearsed with on the weekends? The blood that Jesus shed for me way back on Calvary, the blood that gives me strength from day to day, it will never lose its power. It reaches to the highest mountain. It flows to the lowest valley. The blood that gives me strength from day to day, it will never lose its power. It soothes my doubts and it calms my fears, and it dries all my tears. The blood that gives me strength from day